asing mahira. Rangka kong ibu, rangkai karibu asing bu. Oro, asing dia, buat lagi bui. Lucia, Dori bosan ni. Kalau Lucia okey, haru. Cekil na.
In tiny Singapore, one of the fastest aging countries in the world, Philip Sing's story is the norm.
I'm 71 years old. I'm working for Allianz Francaise as a security officer.
Instead of enjoying retirement, he works 6 days a week at the French Cultural Center, keeping an eye on trespassers and handling security. Almost a third of Singaporeans over 65 work. The employment rate for the elderly has jumped over 15% in the past decade, and Singapore, which is also one of the wealthiest nations in the world, is often seen as a testbed for how governments can tackle their aging populations.
Udah lo hore bu, hore ada bu sengri. Udah tadi mana hore udah.
71-year-old cleaner Mary Lim says the government's retirement savings scheme doesn't provide her with enough money.
I have to keep on working until the end of my life. What to do? No choice. I will struggle for it.
To be the leader of a country, to fly on private jets with trained bodyguards, to travel to foreign countries in the name of bettering the world and your country over expensive wine and a nice meal paid by government funds. Aside from your travel, food and security details being paid for, you also get a salary. And in many countries, that salary is double, triple, even 7 times the average amount that your citizens make. Today, we're going to take a look at the highest presidential salary by country. Number 1. The Prime Minister of Singapore. Singapore is a rapidly growing country with the 7th highest GDP in the world, though it has only been a sovereign state since 1963. It also has the distinction of having the highest salary for its top government official, and it's not just by a little, it's by a lot. The Prime Minister of Singapore earns a startling $1.61 million every year. If that sounds like a ton of money, well, get ready for this. The annual salary used to be $2.8 million, but the amount was cut when the public grew upset. I mean, I can understand why they might be upset. The Prime Minister's salary was 20 times more than Singapore's GDP per capita. The current Prime Minister of Singapore, Lee Hsien Loong, has held his position since 2004 and has made millions in his role. His father was the Prime Minister before him, which meant Loong was set for a political career from the get-go. As the Prime Minister, not only does Loong receive a hefty salary, he also has an official government-provided car, plane, and police security command, much like the other countries on this list. So, there you have it, the highest presidential salary by country.
But there are others in a more dire situation. With a sky-high cost of living and one of the highest life expectancies worldwide, many older workers are looking for jobs after retirement because they simply can't survive otherwise. 71-year-old cleaner Mary Lim says the government's retirement savings scheme doesn't provide her with enough money.
I have to keep on working until the end of my life. What to do? No choice. I will struggle for it.
She says her biggest fear is that one day she won't have any strength left to do her job.
Continue to do the job we have done so well for so long.